Hello, everybody, and welcome back. I am Queen of the Throne Astrology, Divine Astrology, and I'm here to bring you your spiritually guided prophetic messages for this time right now in your life. I'm going to go through all 12 zodiac signs because if you know me, you know that zodiac signs represent life cycles. And once you realize that, then you'll know why there is a such thing as time in the first place. So, as we go through this, I want you to take these messages in with humility. Let's get started. Looking at the sign of Aries, I am in the Bible and I have turned to page 259, First Chronicles or 1 Chronicles. Judah's descendants is the name of this section. This is chapter 4. And I'm being guided to read verses 27 through 35. Shimei, or Shimei, it's spelled Shimei, has 16 sons and 6 daughters, but his brothers did not have many children, so their whole family did not become as numerous as the Judeans. They lived in Beersheba, Molada, Hazar Shual, Bilhah, Ezem, Tolad, Bethiel, Hormah, Ziklag, Beth Markaboth, Hazar Susim, Beth Beri, and Shaaraim. These were their cities until David became king. Their villages were Etam, Etam, Ain, Ain, Rimon, Toshin, T-O, Shin, Chen, and Ashan, 5 cities, and all their surrounding villages as far as Baal. These were their settlements, and they kept a genealogical record for themselves. Meshobab, Jamlech, Joshua, son of Amaziah, Joel, Jehu, son of Joshibiah, son of Sariah, son of Aziel. Wow, so we have a lot of family members. Oh, my eyes just moved to verse 38 where it says ancestral houses. They found rich, good pasture, and the land was broad, peaceful, and quiet. So there's something here about family members, ancestral wealth, and David becoming a king, Aries. David and his family members is exactly what I wanted to talk about today. And before I knew what page I would turn to in the Bible, here we are. David's family. From that gasp of air, I guess you can tell how I feel. If you know, you know. So, this is about you being introduced to your lovers, like not even your lover, this man who's now in a role. You're being introduced to family members, and he thinks you don't know, and they think you don't know, but you probably don't. But if you were me, you would know. So there's a lot going on right now, and a lot of people may be coming around you, Aries. And you may not, some of you who are not tapped into God, you may not be able to have discernment the way that I do. You have to be tapped in for those of you who, you want to understand certain things about spiritual energies. For me, I can sense them coming from like miles away, but nobody can do that. But I know how I can. But you may be able to do something a little similar, where you may pick up certain things that people say. And if your intuition just so happens to tell you that you may be around some people that are connected to someone who wants to be in a certain role in your life, then you're probably correct. So what's happening right now for Aries is that you're being overwhelmed by a lot of energy, because there's a person who is into you who is sending their family to you. Now, there's something here. It's numerous people. Like, it's a lot of people. Maybe damn near their whole family knows who you are, and you're not even with this man. If you're an Aries watching, I feel an Aries woman watching, I feel like this is for an Aries woman, and I'm just being honest with you, because I can tell from the words that are used and what's going on here. It doesn't feel like it's somebody else. It feels like it's for a woman. But you're right about what's going on. Someone who's into you, who really, really likes you, is sending people to you. Whether it's your workplace, whether it's a business, whether it's a community. But it's not the person themselves. It's the people they know. So the problem here is that it's a lot of different people, and some of you may not notice it like I would notice it, but I notice things on a higher level vibration than anybody in the world. So I already know these things, but the thing is, the problem with it is that it's not this person. It's the energy of other people, and it's not this person. And then things can get really, really complicated and very, very bad. It can really harsh things can happen. And because a lot of times you have people who come towards you with an attitude of, let me say this or do this because this is who I'm connected to. When these people should truly humble themselves in your presence, because no matter who they're connected to and how much money that person has, you are still to be respected the same way that you would respect others, because that's who you are. It's the God in you. But people feel like for some reason that money, because remember the Bible said something like my eyes went to the ancestral house and rich in good pasture. So this has something to do with a man with some money or whatever, not realizing that in ancient times men were not above the women, and in this time it's still not going to be that way. See, you are a true queen. You're a true goddess, you're a true, the epitome of what people are seeking, the epitome of what people think they know about royalty. You have done more with your power than anybody. And it doesn't matter who they are or how much money they have. But people come towards you with a mentality of who they know and what they're connected to, without realizing that this person can only be made this quote unquote king if you deem them worthy. And not only that, but if they carry themselves as such without having to send people around you to downplay your queenship. See, what they're not realizing is, let me just tell you a personal story real quick. Just hold on, give me 1 second. I'm going to use an example. In those hieroglyphs, when it says that Goddess Osset is the God of all gods, that means that I do not conform to a man, and just because of what he has or who he's with or what he's involved in. See, they can do things on this earthly plane that can be very shady and be done behind the scenes and try to manipulate and control certain things. And then it's like, okay, they step out of their place in order to do this to a woman. But when that woman shows her power is universal and does not communicate, relate, or connect with people on a low level, from communication issues to just as simple as knowing people or choosing to want to deal with certain people, if it's not in a way that is pure, and that's what this King David is not realizing. If the people you're connecting with, if it's not pure, your soul is going to reject impurities. You see, a lot of people may watch your life, but still don't understand who you really are. And even with the knowing of who you are, people still don't understand who you are. And that's the thing. You can be watched 24/7, but you are still not understood by those who don't walk the same soul path that you walk and have walked even before in another lifetime. It's very, very challenging right now to help some guy who wants to come into your life understand that this is not showing out to be a good thing, because the way it's all happening is so much that's going on. It's like it's rude. It's very rude. And the thing is, this man can't get upset if you dish out what people give to you back. You see what I'm saying? Because bottom line is, if you want something to be a good thing, then you're going to do the good work to make sure it happens. You're not going to manipulate things or people. You're going to just simply do it in a good manner. You're not going to do that. You have to understand, God can see through everything. And you know what's the beauty about people like me? It's a lot of things that I don't say, that I don't reveal, that I don't show, that I don't speak about, because I don't have to. I control everything around me without having to show it. So I keep saying that physically, these things won't be shown to you. And you're dealing with someone who really does like you, but they're looking for certain things that you're not going to ever show. unless it's in a real way, unless it's in a pure way, unless this man is coming towards you with purity. You're going to detect manipulation behind people's words and actions. You're going to detect what people are trying to do, but it's just not the right angle. People are coming around you with small talk and small ideas. Someone who's highly elevated mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, you can't dwell for too long with people in connections. You can't really, if it doesn't mix, it won't mix. You are not the same. You're not like these people. No matter how nice the person may be, remember, there's a difference between God and human. There's a capacity with humans, but there is a greatness of God. Something that human beings cannot put together and understand how this all happens or how this all works. The only thing that they can result to is this has to be something supernatural. It is. God is supernatural. We have a supernatural God. But the thing is, when it comes to you being who you actually are in this world, even someone like this person can't understand. So Aries, you're dealing with a very played out situation. Like, it's washed up. This entire situation is just played because it's like there's no understanding here of how whoever this person is that wants to come in, they have to really respect you. And that's just what it is. If anything is moving funny around you, anybody's doing something that's really, you know what I'm saying, that honestly they shouldn't be doing, it's like you're not going to partake in things like that for too long, because you can sense that something is phony, or you can sense that something is fake, or you can sense that someone's trying to get down to the bottom of something. But there's this person with this type of mentality where he's like, he feels some type of way and he gets annoyed by something that you do when it comes to your connections or affiliations with people that he has doing certain things in your life. But here's my thing. Whoever this person is should have told you themselves exactly what they're trying to do or what they are doing, and things would have went a totally different way. But this person is not really understanding your spiritual nature, and that's the issue. It's your spiritual nature. Your spiritual nature is exalted above anybody. So when people come around, they're coming around with intentions. Some of them may come around to help you. Some of them may come around to joke about something, because that seems to be what gets a lot of people going these days, especially those who are on the wrong side of God, especially those who don't believe yet. So this person is constantly feeling some type of resistance when it comes to you connecting with people they're sending to you, especially their family. Again, this person is not realizing the bloodline that you really come from. Some of you are from a very powerful and prestigious bloodline that ruled the whole world in your past life. And you mean to tell me that this man who likes you is doing things behind the scenes to manipulate a situation just because he's helping you? It doesn't mean be phony about it and get upset and be like, well, I'm not doing nothing then. No, it means that you're sending people to work as a third party who are not understanding things spiritually, who are really doing the most just because you have money. Not realizing that to God, you could be worthless. See what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that you're like, I'm not saying that this man isn't worthy of you, because obviously he is, or we wouldn't be talking about it, and he wouldn't be, you two wouldn't even have that type of connection. Obviously there is something there. But in the eyes of God, this man is a man. You see what I'm saying? Flesh and bones, a spirit. So if their spirit is inside of these people that's coming towards you to connect with you, and if they have a moment when they feel some type of way, or they're in their feelings about something that was said, or a certain way something that happened, or then all that's going to seep through these people's spirit, and you're going to be able to pick it up. And when you pick that energy up, you're going to get rid of it, because it's something that you don't welcome around you. Everyone could get along in this situation, and you probably could have a great connection with whoever this person is, their family members, but it's like they're coming towards you with a whole lot of carnality, like carnal thinking, carnal actions, carnal words, carnal expressions. It's all based off of, like, see what I mean is, you have a God and then you have devils. So that energy translates sometimes as demonic. See, it is deeper than just what people are saying, or it is deeper than that. It is spiritual. Because if a person can come towards you and look at you in your eyes and play a mind game, or try to manipulate something, and you just tested them right there to see if they would tell you the truth, you let them know. But if there's still lies involved, then that means that this person is trying to protect who they know and who's all involved. Could be because of popularity or fame, but that doesn't matter to God. And that's the thing. You, on the other hand, may operate under the sun, under the light of God. So what that means is everything's going to be open with you. Everything's going to be right there. Nothing is going to be hidden. Everything's pure. And see, when people come around you with impurity, hiding things, it gets really bad. Because then those people's egos get involved. And when those people have egos and they come and step to who you are, that's a big problem. So the advice here, I would say, if this is someone listening foreign Aries, if you are a masculine listening foreign Aries, and this is who you like, you can't take the approach that you've been taking, because the energy isn't matching well, and it just really isn't, because of the games that's involved. If it were something pure, then it would all be appreciated. But there's no way in the world a man is going to come toward an Aries feeling like he does so much, or he does this, or he helps, or he contributes, or he invests, and wear a chip on his shoulder because of it. Because one thing you can't do with God is have ego. See, you're dealing with a woman who already had an ego debt that's no longer existing. There's no longer an ego existing inside of a high vibrational spiritual woman. Everyone is treated with pure love. So if you are doing anything to help, support, invest, or whatever you're doing, it has to come from a real place, and it has to be pure, and then it has to translate as pure. You're dealing with someone, I'm telling you, Aries, like, I don't even think you're dealing with this person. I just think that this person is in the background helping you. I just saw Ram. This could be an Aries, okay? Or maybe this Ram is about you, but bottom line, this person doesn't really, understand what you're trying to say. And it's time for this person to wake up. It doesn't matter how old people are that's coming towards you. It doesn't matter, because let me tell you something. When it comes to human beings playing games, God is going to These people are either going to have a shortened life, or they're going to experience a lot of things in their life, because once again, there's people all over the world as my echo. There's people all over the world, especially in the United States, whose voices are saying the same exact thing about who I am. And they're telling you all what happens. And I don't understand how you still choose to do it. This is about God. This is about something. The thing is, God is real. It's not fake. It's not pretend. When you're on the wrong side of things, then any help that you do, or any support or investing that you do into a person you like, or you into a person who's a part of your soul tribe, is gonna feel like it's not coming from a good place. That's why it's important to see clearly in situations where there's a lot of moving parts, there's a lot of people involved, there's a lot of things going on, there's a lot of stories being told, there's a lot of things being made up, and in the midst of this there is a lot of envy and jealousy. You are dealing with Christ energy, a Christ consciousness. So you mean to tell me you didn't think that even in this generation, if people knew that this even existed as a real thing, you didn't think all these people would envy and go against the real thing? Of course, it happened before, it's happening again. See, your person is not understanding that you can't play two sides with God. Whoever this is, I keep saying your person, but whoever this is, that is supposed to be the king or whatever, whoever this is, you can't play both sides. You can't be manipulating things behind the scenes with people that are around you, people running the apartment complex, people at your job, people at the business. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be manipulating things with an attitude behind the scenes where you can't be seen. And then on another side, you are investing because you really like somebody, you really love and respect someone. Well, you're gonna have to choose which side, because doing evil and good at the same time is not going to be tolerated by people that are high vibrational. Aries, that's all I have. I think your healing message at this time, because I could tell that, like this, we're under the Pisces lunar eclipse, and the reason why people are coming around you with nonsense, like different things that they're doing to, you're picking it all up because you already knew that these people were sent by this person who's into you. You already knew that. But the thing is, the reason why they're acting that way out of the blue, like say for instance, somebody could have said something or posted something online or whatever, and then all of a sudden like 5 of their family members come towards you all of a sudden wanting to do something, like wanting to work with you or wanting to do, like say hello or send you messages. It's like a pattern. It's a wave. All you got to do is wait for the next one. And you already know that it's because of this person feeling some type of way. So then by the time the family members come towards you, they're coming towards you with his energy, not realizing that God could take it away. You know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. People right now they have too much ego when it comes to God. A lot of people want to play puppet master behind the scenes and make this happen, or don't make that happen, or do this or don't do that. And they've got people involved. You see what I'm saying? And then, so all I'm going to say is, Aries, know your God and understand how good God is. Don't allow earthly things like this, people with those mindsets, the way that they have, like very earth-based, very practical, very carnal, very lacking in divinity. Don't let these people, conversations, situations, no matter what it is, you may really like these people, you may really have love for these people, you may favor these people, but let me tell you something. if they don't have a sense of respect for who you really are, the healing message for you is you can choose another king. Because this is not something that you like. This is not going to fly. This is not going to fly with an Aries. This is not going to fly with you. I'm telling you right now. It's not going to work. You're not the type. This is not working, and it's not your personality type. It's not a good thing, because it's like these people thought that when something happened in the past, it was time to jump on some type of bandwagon and come towards you in many different types of ways. But the reason why you still stand alone is because people don't realize how you must peel away your ego when you come to a divine person. If there's ego involved, then how can anything be accomplished? Aries, listen, focus on your healing, focus on your growth, focus on the love you have. You are a beautiful person, and everybody knows that. A beautiful person on the inside and out. You have pure intentions toward everyone. But the minute people come towards you with huge egos and a lot of drama and a lot of negativity and mind games all the time, of course that is going to make you disconnect with anybody and everyone. And the big question that I have for you, Aries, now that I'm thinking about it, before you go, big question is this: if there is a person who really likes you and is investing in you right now, and all of this is going on simultaneously, then now is the question is, what does this person really want with you? That's the big one right there. That's the big one. And that'll help you determine who's really of higher value. Is it you, or is it this person trying to be a king in your life? Why are they doing all of this then, if you are who you are? Why? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. Because see, again, of course your family is going to have your back, right? Of course your family is going to love you. They're going to support you. Of course your family is going to do that. If you come from a good family who's not hating on you, right? Now, this person may have members of their family that feel that way, and that's cool. But when you come toward a person outside of it with that type of energy, with those types of mind games, with those types of manipulating things, now the question is, what is this person after? Because I think what they're after is not really you.